Hey everyone, welcome back. It's psychotherapist Vanessa. I'm a GLP-1 user, mom, grandmom, dog grandmom, coming in to do my 9th week update. I am so excited about this past week. However, I want to first thank those of you who are coming back and are interested in my journey. I thank you so much. Your time is so valuable and I appreciate it, and I will honor it by trying to keep this video short. Those of you who are new here, welcome. I am a psychotherapist. I decided to do an experiment with GLP-1s because I work with women who use GLP-1s, and so here I am. Okay, I'm going to dive right into week 9. Looking at my notes here so that I don't forget anything. So you all know that I am titrating up slowly at the lower numbers. I am still in the 3 milligram range. I have titrated up last week at the 3.75 milligram range, and it was good. So as you remember, when I titrated up from the 3 to 3.25, I was experiencing some nausea. When I got to the 3.5, that was not my experience. At the 3.75, I still did not have any nausea, so that was great, and that lets me know that as I'm titrating up slowly, that this is the way that's going to be effective for me. I hear a lot of horror stories about those who are titrating up quickly or at the regular scheduled doses, which may look like the 2.5, the 5 milligram, the 7.5, and so on and so forth. But for me, I want to do it slowly as I wanted to stay at the lower numbers. However, what I'm finding is that I am going to have to move up if I want the weight loss benefits to continue. So the weight loss is a side effect. And if I stay at the lower numbers, for me, I'm finding that it may not be conducive to that goal. You'll understand why in a minute. To get into my side effects, I did experience heartburn this week. That's something that I continue to experience, but what I've noticed is I've included some other peptides in my rotation or in my stacking, and I'll share those with you. And so I'm realizing that that is increasing the heartburn for me. My blood pressure has completely stabilized at this point. At the 9th week mark, I am no longer experiencing low blood pressure, nor am I experiencing elevated blood pressure, which is great. It goes to show that not only diet and exercise, but also the use of a GLP-1 can help one, at least me in my experience, to get their blood pressure levels under control. So I am really excited about that and look forward to that being my daily experience. And let's see, for constipation, that has been resolved. Those chia seeds help. They are still helping. And I am still taking my psyllium husk though, only because of my titrating up slowly. I've decided that I'm still going to incorporate that into the mix. And let's see, so my mild gas and burping, that still continues, but I'm just taking it that that comes with the territory. And my appetite suppression, as well as the food noise, has been kept at bay this week at the 3.75 until the 5th day. So the 6th and the 7th day, I noticed that I am starting to get hungrier. And so for me, I think that might be an indication that I need to up. So I am going to do that. I will be upping to 4 milligrams this next week, and I look forward to reporting back on that. The nose drip, that still continues. However, it has not been as intense as it was for week 8. And what I'm noticing is that whenever some of these side effects are happening, they happen one week and maybe not the next. The more my body becomes acclimated to the GLP-1, these side effects just are subsiding. So we'll see what the 4 milligram brings. And as far as my weight, to get into that, I didn't lose any weight this week. However, I did lose inches. So I was 199.3 last week. I am 199.3 this week, which still keeps me at the total loss of 15.5 pounds in 9 weeks, which is still good. I will take it. And my shot day is still Friday, which is today. And the inches that I talked about, so I lost a total, get this y'all, a total of 4.6 inches. So I didn't lose a pound, but I lost a total of 4.6 inches, which brings my total to 15.7 inches lost over the course of 9 weeks. So when I tell you that my non-scale victory is that my clothes are fitting better and then most of my clothes are getting to be too big, it goes to show that the scale is not the only way to measure your losses. Actually, if you stand on the scale and it goes up, my scale reflects, and I just got, it's not a fancy one. It is the General Electric Smart Scale, and it reads everything, but I've already been questioning if it was reading it accurately. Now I know that it's not, because if I gain an ounce or a pound, it will reflect in my fat that I gained fat versus muscle, which is not accurate because muscle takes up less room in your body than fat does. And because I am losing inches at the rate that I am, I know that I am gaining more muscle and that my fat is not being accurately generated on this scale. I also noticed that if those numbers are off, then everything else is off. So it will increase my BMI. It will also increase my fat percentage. So it's not accurately showing the muscle that I'm gaining versus the fat that I'm losing. So I am questioning that, and I'm going to keep measuring myself. So that's going to be the evidence and the proof that I have. And as a psychotherapist, I love measurements and I love evidence and I love proof and facts. So I will keep measuring myself. The non-scale victory, and I got a mental victory. And that mental victory is that I did not automatically think that I needed to cut my calories down because my calories are still the same between that 1600 and 1700 range. And that is appropriate for my height and my weight to drop between 1 to 1.5 pounds every week. So I'm staying there. I am trusting my process, and I encourage you all to do the same. Trust your process. Keep on going, even when the scale doesn't move. Take those measurements and just trust that if you are doing everything you should be doing on your part, because remember the GLP-1, as you can see, the GLP-1 is not the weight loss medicine. It is a weight loss tool. A side effect is weight loss. It is working on our metabolic system. Okay, so that's it with the inches, and I am so grateful for that. These non-scale victories are so important to your success and your progress. They are for me. So I would encourage that you take them seriously and don't dismiss them. Don't lean too hard on that number on the scale because as you can see, I lost 4.6 inches, but not a pound on the scale. I had included new peptides into the rotation. I also included creatine. So that helps with a lot of positive things for women who are in menopause or post-menopause. Mental clarity, all types of stuff. Do your due diligence. There's research done on it. And then also one of the main reasons that I'm using it is to not only maintain my muscle, but to gain muscle. So as a woman in my 50s, I want to have muscle on this body. And I can see the definition coming in. So seeing is believing for me. The scale may not reflect it, but I see the muscles forming and shaping, and I could see them more as I am coming down. So as the inches go down, I could see the results of the hard work that I'm putting in. And sticking to my macros, which my protein is 130 to 140, and making sure I stay hydrated, drinking my water every day, as well as keeping my calories in check because those things do matter. I know there's a lot of controversy in the GLP-1 community where people are saying don't track, it's too much diet culture. Well, I'm here to tell you, you do what works for you. I am not a medical doctor, And I'm not your therapist, although I am a psychotherapist, but I am encouraging you based on my experience. I am sharing this as information and for educational purposes, and you take it and do with it what you will, but always talk with your medical provider. But I say, do what works for you. If tracking works, do it. Because if I don't track, I could easily go up to 300 calories more than what I should have. And it works for me to do that. So I'm not obsessively counting every calorie, but I am tracking what I'm eating and making sure I'm staying within that range, 1600 to 1700. That's it. For you, find out what works and do that. Exercise is still pretty much the same. 3 days a week, weight training, 3 days a week, walking, and the dog gets his little walks in, and 7 to 8 hours of sleep, as well as drinking a gallon of water per day. And then my new peptides that I've incorporated into the mix is NAD+, which I'm finding is very helpful. I'm starting out slowly, and then I'll see the benefits, and then I'll come in and do a separate video and share that with you all. And then also something called Lipo-C, which is just a bunch of B vitamins, L-carnitine, things like that, to include in to help with the metabolizing and the absorption of the GLP-1. So I'm using that. Some people call it the skinny shot. It's so much stuff. I don't know why they call it lipo anything. It's just a bunch of B vitamins and things. However, I'm incorporating that to see if that works for me. So I will come in and report on that. And I hope that you all are doing amazing. I hope that your journeys are going as well as possible. I hope that you are staying motivated and that you are trusting your journey. This is your body, your journey. Get to know it. Of course, again, I'm not a medical doctor, so don't listen to me in terms of medical advice. Seek out your medical professional for that. However, I would like to encourage you and support you on your journey. There are rough days, but get through those rough days. When I didn't see that scale move, it could have easily made me feel some kind of way about this GLP-1. All this hard work I'm doing is just that, the hard work that I am doing. And where the GLP-1 does not kick in or pick up, that's where I step in. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do for me, and you keep doing what you got to do for you. And again, I share these videos not only to document them for myself, but to also be a support within the community, and also for those who are coming behind us, who will need to see women of color who have used these tools to help them in so many different ways. And they may be thinking about it, that they may see us and decide, because they saw our story and heard our experience, that it's not so bad, and that they are willing to try it in order to improve their health or lose weight or help with diabetes symptoms, obesity, all of the things. So I'll end it here. I thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you have an amazing weekend, and I also hope that you have fun as it is Halloween, and happy Halloween for those of you who celebrate. I'm going to go watch some Charlie Brown, paint some pumpkins with my daughter, do some other little things, some nostalgia popping off over this way, and enjoy my weekend. And I am wishing you the same. So I will see you all soon. Take good care.